think Assumption's going to be home because Edgar's got their helmets on. All right, let's get this thing on the road. Good afternoon and welcome to historic and beautiful Witter Field here in Wisconsin Rapids as we bring you Marywood South baseball here on this chilly and windy Thursday afternoon here in central Wisconsin. Steve Maves here at Witter Field for the first time this year. It's good to be back here at beautiful Witter Field here in Wisconsin Rapids. The Assumption Royals coming off of a win over the Port Edwards Blackhawks earlier this week, I believe, and Edgar coming in at 1-3 overall. They won their first game of the year against Auburndale and have lost 3 in a row. So we'll see what kind of matchups we have here tonight. Again, going back to some of the other spring sports games that we've covered, a lot of familiar names for Assumption and Edgar. Again, smaller schools, a lot of 3-sport athletes. And that's exactly what we have here in store for the game and spring season here in central Wisconsin. So get you some starting lineups here first for the Edgar Wildcats. Again, 1-3, head coached by Connor Handrick. And the starting 10 for Edgar, batting first and at shortstop, number 4, Everett Brame. Batting second in center field, number 20, Leighton Schuett. Batting third and at third base, Jordan Bunkelman. Batting fourth and on the hill for Edgar is Ashton Schuett. Batting fifth and in right field, number 2, Peyton Dahlke. Batting sixth and in left field, number 17, Jace Affelbeck. Batting seventh and doing the catching, number 11, Justin Davis. Batting eighth and at second base, number 31, Brady Stencil. Batting ninth, doing the DH, number 5, Logan Gagas. And he is DHing for number 15, the first baseman, Marcus Hanerfuss. Again, my apologies for losing my breath sometimes. Still fighting a cold and the wind blowing straight into the press box here at Witter Field. It kind of takes your breath away for a little bit here. So we're going to do our best here with the wind. And for the Assumption Royals, batting first and at shortstop, number 3, Ryan Shaw. Batting second and behind the plate, number 7, Jack Klatt. Batting third and at first base, number 24, Nick Lieberg. Batting fourth and on the mound, number 5, Aaron Livernash. Batting fifth and at third base, number 27, Nolan Hartman. Batting sixth and in left field, number 4, Peyton Gerke. Batting seventh and in center, number 11, Joey Moyer. Batting eighth and in right field, number 9, Butch Maytott. And batting ninth and at second base, number 2, Taryn Hoffman.
And of course, the Royals are coached by Jim Austin, Brent Grunhofer, and our wonderful Ryan Hartman.
Lined up for the national anthem. We will step aside for that. Back to Witter Field for high school baseball right after this.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and zero premium company paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood.
Welcome back to historic Witter Field here in Wisconsin Rapids as the Assumption Royals and Edgar Wildcats do battle here in baseball. We will get you updates from Edgar High School for the Assumption softball game. That is a huge matchup for Assumption softball and Edgar softball, obviously, in the Merriwood South Girls Softball Conference. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Solaris. With so much of our lives riding on the internet these days, choosing a provider you know and trust has become more important than ever. Solaris Fiber Network is the fastest technology available. It's more reliable than cable internet and provides equal upload and download speeds. Solaris has been keeping Central Wisconsin connected for over 125 years. They have the speed you need. Call, stop in, or visit Solaris.net to learn more. Aaron Livernash on the hill for the Assumption Royals. Edgar Wildcats, of course, making that run last year. They fell in a sectional final to Greenwood. That was up in Athens after they had lost one of the top players in the sectional, Kyle Brewster, after he was ejected from their first game. That's a tough loss to lose a guy like Kyle Brewster. So that was a big loss for Edgar. Greenwood went on and lost in the state semifinal, but nonetheless, it was another magical run for the Edgar Wildcats last year in baseball, as they had one of the top senior classes to ever go through Central Wisconsin in many, many sports. Aaron Livernash on the mound. The first pitch coming from Livernash at 4 o'clock, and the breaker is in there for a strike. And we start here in Wisconsin Rapids. 48 degrees, wind out of the east at 13 miles an hour. It is chilly, folks, and it's not getting any warmer. That one misses outside for a ball, and it's 1-1. Had a really cold game on Tuesday in Stevens Point. Monday. They cancel a lot of games on Tuesday. Down missed outside to Brame, and Livernash quickly behind 2-1. Again, was hoping for some warm weather here the last week of April, and come to find out it's not happening. There's a strike right at the top of the zone, and it evens it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 coming back. That one's going to be lifted into left center field, and a leadoff base hit for Everett Brame on a 2-2 pitch. And he went opposite field, went to left center, and Edgar has a base runner. Runner at first for Edgar. Again, they are coming in on a 3-game losing streak. Runner at first and nobody out. Pick off over to first, not in time. Brame is off and running. The throw down to second is not in time, and it scoots past, and a stolen base for Everett Brame. A strike to Schuett. Misses inside and evens it up to Leighton Schuett, the center fielder. Runner at second and nobody out. Squares the bunt, pulls it back, misses outside, 2-1. Runner at second is Brame, with nobody out here in the top of the first inning, just underway. Merriwood South baseball. There's a strike in there to Schuett. Runner at second and nobody out. Levernash comes set and kicks. Inside corner and missed him. So 2 on now and nobody out here in the Wildcat first for Jordan Bunkelman, the third baseman. Got a lot of familiar names if you are a Merriwood South or Central Wisconsin sports fan. Squares to bunt and pulls it back. Misses high and away to Livernash, and it's 1-0. So early traffic on the base paths for Edgar. Leadoff single and a stolen base, and then a walk. High and away, 2-0. Jordan Bunkelman, no batting gloves, left-handed hitter for Connor Handrick and the Wildcats. And their 5th game of the year. 1-3 on the season. Inside corner and a missed. 3-0 to Jordan Bunkelman. Here in the top of the first inning. Edgar looking to put something together early. 3-0. Right down the gut for a strike, and it's 3-1. Get you the defensive alignment here in just a moment for the Wildcats. Or excuse me, for the Royals. After this 3-1 pitch, Livernash fires. Outside corner for a strike, and it runs full. Gerke, Moyer, and Maytott from left to right in the outfield. Hartman, Shaw, Hoffman, and Lieberg from third to first. Livernash comes back on the 3-2. Going to be hit over to second. Double play opportunity. Hoffman bobbles it. Over to first. No throw. And bases are loaded with nobody out. And now Ashton Schuett.
Here we go, Royals!
Bases are loaded and nobody out here in the top of the first. Now it's going to be hit sharply over to Shaw at short. He bobbles, goes to second for 1, and a run comes in to score, but they will record an out. Brame scores. Schuett reaches on the fielder's choice. Layton Schuett to third. Bunkelman out at second for the first out. Now Peyton Dahlke with runners at the corners.
Here we go, Royals, be ready!
Runners at the corners and 1 out. 1-0 Edgar, just underway. Peyton Dahlke, the right fielder. Pick over to first. And see if we can get you a score update here from over in Edgar. Throw down to second is high and off the bag, and a stolen base for the Wildcats.
Here we go, Royals!
So second stolen base of the inning. Misses just high. Ball and a strike to Peyton Dahlke. Outside, 2-1.
Here we go, Aaron!
2 on and 1 out. Edgar looking for more here in the first. Popped up, right field side. Long run for Maytott. It's going to fall in front of him, and they're going to hold the runner at third. Miss the cutoff man, and another run will come in to score. Schuett was stopped at third initially, but then Maytott missed the cutoff man, and Peyton Dahlke drives in a run. 2 more do score, though, for the Wildcats. And now Jace Affelbeck. First offering from Livernash is chopped over to third and foul.
Good hustle, Noli.
First offering, or excuse me, the offering to Affelbeck misses. A ball and a strike to Jace, the left fielder. Still only one out, runner at first. A spinner misses just inside, and it's 2-1. No score from Edgar yet. They're in the bottom of the second inning. That was going to be chopped again over to short. Shaw picks it up, goes to second for one. No relay to first, and there's two away. Another fielder's choice, Justin Davis, the first baseman, or excuse me, the catcher. Runner at first and two outs. Pick off over to first. There's a strike to Davis. Just misses high and in, evens it up at 1-1. Brady Stencil waits on deck. Runner at first, three across for Edgar here in the first. Couple of hits. An error, swung on a miss, throw down to second, not in time. Affelbeck over slid second base, quickly got back to it. Runner at second, now two outs and a 1-2 count to Justin Davis. Runner at second, two outs for the Wildcats. Livernash comes set and fires. A spinner in there just missed. And it's 2-2. And the 2-2. Fouled at the plate. Remains 2-2. Comes back with the 2-2, does Livernash. Swung on and missed. And gets the strikeout to end the inning. 3 runs across, so for the Wildcats. 3 runs on a couple of hits and 1 left. Assumption did have an error. We have played a half an inning. Edgar 1. Assumption coming up. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports.
At Bauer & Fine Business Technologies in Marshfield, our company has been serving Central Wisconsin since 1955. We're still locally owned and believe strongly in supporting the communities that support us. If you're a current customer, thank you. If you're not a current customer, we'd love to work with you. Let's talk about copiers, printers, postage meters, and network services. Give us a call today at 800-288-2712 or visit our website at b-bt.com. Bauer & Fine Business Technologies. Better business together.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
Bottom of the first inning we go here in Wisconsin Rapids. Starting 9 for the Assumption Royals goes like this. Batting first, Ryan Shaw, Jack Klatt, Nick Lieberg, Aaron Livernash, Nolan Hartman, Peyton Gerke, Joey Moyer, Butch Maytott, and Taryn Huffman for the Assumption Royals. Assumption in gray tops, gray pants, royal blue numbers as Shaw fouls that one straight back. And it's 0-1. Did notice that down at the lower levels of this this field, they usually have the netting all the way across by the front row seating. They do not have that. So if a ball ricochets or goes into that front row of picnic bench or picnic table area, interesting what the ruling would be on that. The 0-2. Foul straight back. Look out back here. Right back towards us, and it remains 0-2. And Ryan just a junior this year. Still another year for the talented junior class here at Assumption. And there's a swing and a miss and a strikeout. And there's one away here in the first. Speaking of one of those, the catcher, quarterback, guard, Jack Klatt for the Assumption Royals. One away. There's a strike to Klatt. And that one hits Klatt on the leg, and he's going to take his base. So Jack Klatt will reach the hard way. Runner at first and one out. Connor Peters will come in and run for Jack Klatt. And now Nick Lieberg, the first baseman, with the runner at first. One out. Lieberg looks at a ball, and it's 1-0. Aaron Livernash awaits on deck. Pick off over to first. Back easily. Livernash, then Hartman, then Gerke, then Moyer, and Maytott and Hoffman. 3-0 here in the bottom of the first. Edgar with 3 in the top. That was going to be lifted foul and out of play towards the parking lot, and now runs 1-1. This is high and away, 2-1 to Nick Lieberg. Head into Fleet Farm during their spring yard prep event. Pick up everything you need for lawn, garden, and patio. Save on fertilizers, lawn equipment, patio furniture, grills, and more. Fleet Farm, probably serving the Midwest since 1955. High pop-up, third base side, and Davis called off Bunkelman and couldn't make the play, and it now runs even at 2-2. That is the third baseman's ball the whole way. And Jordan Bunkelman did not take authority to call off Justin Davis. Two balls and 2 strikes to the Assumption first baseman, Nick Lieberg. That was going to be lined right back up the middle. And jumping out of the way was Ashton Schuett. And now there's runners at first and second with 1 out. As perfect of an at-bat and hit that you can have, if you're Nick Lieberg, that's exactly what you want as a coach. A hit right back up the box. Now Aaron Livernash, the pitcher, with 2 on and 1 out. Schuett fires. Fouled straight back, and it runs 0-1. Peters at second, Lieberg at first with one out here in the bottom of the first. Ashton Schuett comes set. Outside corner just misses and evens it up at 1-1. A lot of strikeouts in the game at in Edgar. Michaela Workus and Ava Schill. Workus already with 7 strikeouts. Schill with 3. Allen's high and tight on Livernash and it's 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Taryn Livernash, the pitcher for Assumption. Down bounces in there, 3-1. Nolan Hartman awaits on deck. Big opportunity here for Assumption. Schuett comes set. Peters leads from second. Going to be driven to center. Drifting back and making the catch is Leighton Schuett, and there's 2 away. Now Nolan Hartman with 2 on and 2 out. Two on and 2 out. There's a strike into Hartman. Peyton Gerke waits on deck. On the inside corner and a backwards K to end the first inning. No runs on 1 hit, 2 left on. We have played an inning complete. It is the Edgar Wildcats 3, and the Assumption Royals nothing. You're watching high school baseball right here on Zaleski Sports.
When you want to win games, you look for an expert. Here's 2-time national champion, Coach Jack Bennett.
I may know a few things about basketball, but I'm a rookie when it comes to vehicles. I trust the team at Sherrill Tire and Service Centers to call those shots. They're professionals. Remove the stress and anxiety of having your vehicle serviced or repaired.
Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Go with the winning team at Sherrill Tire and Service Centers.
Rustic Redefined is the area's boutique clothing store for women and children. You'll find a personalized shopping experience with unique and trendy styles to choose from. Rustic Redefined specializes in affordable clothes and accessories with red carpet service. Find your individual style at Rustic Redefined on 8th Street South in Wisconsin Rapids and Rustic Redefined on Facebook.
Top of the second inning we go here in Wisconsin Rapids. Brady Sensel to lead things off for the Wildcats. It's Aaron Livernash. Breaking ball misses inside. It was a good spinner. Just didn't break soon enough. Out of the windup. Excuse me, out of the stretch, and it's 2-0. Brewers got another win today. 3 in a row. 3-game sweep of the Pittsburgh Pirates. 3-2, scored 2 runs in the top of the 9th today. There's a swing and a miss, and it's 2-1. Logan Gagas on deck, and then back to the top of the order. And Everett Brame. Livernash kicks and fires. Going to be lifted. Poked out to right center field. Moyer, long run, can't come up with it. And a leadoff single. That was a long way for Moyer to run and almost tracked it down. Runner at first now for the number 9 hitter, Logan Gagas. Gagas with the runner at first and nobody out here in the top half of the second inning. Livernash steps off. Stencil falls back to first. Livernash kicks and fires. Misses outside for a ball, and it's 1-0 to the number 9 hitter, Logan Gagas. Everett Brame awaits on deck for the Edgar Wildcats. They're going to be dribbled over to short. Double play opportunity. Skips it over to second. He was off the bag, and then Hoffman throws it away. So another error latent inning here for Assumption. Stencil to third. Gagas reaches on the fielder's choice. So Ryan Shaw had it in the mitt of Taryn Hoffman, but Hoffman bounced off of second base before he caught the ball. Now back to the top of the order, and Everett Brame with 2 on and nobody out. Livernash has done a nice job getting ground balls. They just haven't been being able to get turned into outs. Brame squares the bunt, and Livernash throws just inside, and it's 1-0. Runners at the corners and nobody out. Outside, and it's 2-0. Can appreciate everyone tuning in here this afternoon on Zaleski Sports. Only two live games for you today. We got Gilman and at Loyal Greenwood softball as well. And Livernash falls behind 3-0. Leighton Schuett awaits on deck. Livernash kicks and fires and lost him on 4 pitches. So now bases are loaded with nobody out here in the second inning. Leighton Schuett walked and scored in the first. Infield plays in. Going to try and get the out at home. Wheels and deals is Livernash outside, and it's 1-0. Livernash kicks and fires. Now it's going to be popped up on the infield. Infield fly rule is called, and there's going to be one away. So 1 out. Infield stays in. 1 out on the infield fly. Now Jordan Bunkelman reached on an error back in the first. This is just inside, and it's 1-0. Still no score from Edgar. The Royals have struck out 9 times against Michaela Workus. Misses inside again, and it's 2-0. Only 3 strikeouts so far for Ava Schill. No hits for the Royals yet. They play in the bottom of the 4th. Lost him outside, 3-0. Livernash kicks and fires. Outside corner for a strike, and it's 3-1. NFL draft tonight. Big night in the world of sports as Livernash walks in a run, third walk of the game, second walk of the inning. Brady Stencil will make his way home. And now Ashton Schuett, who reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. 5 missed out of the zone. 5 of the last 6 out of the zone for Aaron Livernash. Outside corner for a strike, and it's 1-1. Livernash as they hit off of the bat of Ashton Schuett. He didn't get the bat head down quick enough.
Good hustle, Jack.
And it's 1-2 now to Ashton Schuett. Livernash kicks and fires. Breaking ball going to be hit over to short. Shaw comes home for 1, and they get the lead runner at home. Good play from the juniors, Shaw to Klatt. Schuett reaches on a fielder's choice. Bunkelman to second, Brame to third, and Hannerfoos out at home. So 2 outs now, with the bases still loaded. Infield plays back. First offering there to Peyton Dalkey, misses high. Wheels and deals, inside corner misses, had Dalkey spinning out of the way. 2-0 to Dalkey. Affelbeck awaits on deck. Inside, called for a strike. And Aaron Livernash comes home with it. Just missed slow. And it's 3-1. Looks good from here, but just a tad low for Livernash. 3 on, 2 outs. The 3-1 count. Inside corner for a strike. It runs full now. Runners will have a head start on the pitch. Livernash fires home. Going to be hit over to third. Hartman backs up on it, and he steps on third. He takes it himself, and the Royals, after all of that, only give up 1 run. And that was on a walk. So 1 run on 1 hit, 3 left on. We have played an inning and a half. It is Edgar 4, Assumption nothing. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Chili Implement, located just north of Highway 10 in Chili, is your place for Kubota zero-turn mowers. If your lawn is big or small, we have all the lawn care solutions for you. Check out our 60-inch deck. Kubota powerful, precise, proven. Chili Implement is your choice for Kubota, Case IH, and Gale. Chili Implement, open 6 days a week to serve you. Chili Implement.
Need incentive to get started at Mid-State Technical College? 1-2-3 for free can save up to $900 on tuition. Start this summer if you'd like. No catches, no application fee or essays to write. 1-2-3 for free at Mid-State. Get started at mstc.edu.
Bottom of the second inning we go here at Whitterfield in Wisconsin Rapids. First offering to Peyton Gerke is fouled back. 0-1 to the Assumption left fielder. Looks at one right at the letters, and it's 0-2. Joey Moyer on deck. And then Butch Maytott here in the bottom of the second. There's a swing and a miss. And the second strikeout for Ashton Schuett. And now Joey Moyer, the center fielder. One away for the Assumption Royals here in the bottom of the second. See if we can get you a score update from Edgar. They're in the bottom of the fourth, I believe. First offering to Moyer misses. As of right now, still scoreless. Edgar and Assumption softball. A big game over in Edgar, as I mentioned earlier. The 1-1 to Moyer. Going to be fouled right off the end of the bat. Butch Maytott awaits on deck. 4-0 Edgar. Again, they could have had a lot more damage done in the top of the second, but Aaron Livernash able to get a pop-up and a couple of groundouts. Moyer looks at a ball, and it's 2-2. Ashton Schuett fires. And Moyer ducks out of the way, and it runs full now. Royals did have a couple of base runners in the first, and a hit by pitch and a single. But then a fly out and a strikeout to end that first inning. Schuett out of the windup. Misses inside, and Moyer draws the walk. First walk issued by Ashton Schuett. The runner at first and one out. Butch Maytott now at the plate, the right fielder. Maytott looks at a strike. That one's going to be fouled at the plate. 0-2. 19. We'll see. Pick off over to first, not in time. Oh, and 2 to Butch Maytott. Joking beforehand, Butch has gone by 3 different names since I've started calling his games. That one's going to be slowly grounded over to third, and they're going to get the out at second.
Oh, 19.
And there's 2 away for Connor Peters, who's coming into the game for Taryn Hoffman. So a runner at first and 2 outs now. Saw Peters head out to the bullpen area, batting cage area during the last half inning when Taryn had his error at second. There's a swing and a miss way out in front, and it's 0-2 to Taryn Hoffman. Or excuse me, Connor Peters. The 0-2 coming home. Going to be drilled into right field, and a 2-out single for Peters. Went opposite field for a base hit. And now back to the top of the order, Ryan Shaw, who struck out swinging his first time up. Good piece of hitting there by Connor Peters. Going opposite field for the Royals. Popped up and out of play. Fouled straight back, 0-2 to Ryan Shaw. We do have a score from Edgar. The Edgar Wildcats, as they need more baseballs, the Edgar Wildcats lead the Assumption Royals in softball. They go to the top of the fifth inning, 1-0. As Edgar is looking to break through the ice of the Assumption softball conference winning streak, or not, the conference championship winning streak, I should say. The 0-2 to Shaw. Going to be grounded over to first. Bobbled, and Shaw is going to just a half a step late on the 3 unassisted to end the second inning. No runs on a hit and 2 left. We have play 2 complete. 4-0 Edgar. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sport.
Don't let pain or mobility issues keep you from enjoying life. Let our physical therapy doctors and our staff at Roberts Physical Therapy help you recover your ability to move easily and live free of aches and pains, providing effective individual treatment plans. Whether you're experiencing problems with balance and mobility, you're experiencing pain in your low back, or you're dealing with any other physical challenges, we'll take care of you. For more information on how we can service your needs, contact us today.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken of Marshfield has been voted Best Pizza in Marshfield 12 years in a row. With popular choices like broccoli bacon cheese, drunken chicken, or any of the 25 specialty pizzas, Scotty's is ready to earn your vote now at 715-384-8118. Choose Scotty's for pizza, chicken, subs, sandwiches, and more. Carry out, dine-in, and delivery. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118.
Top of the third inning here in Wisconsin Rapids. Aaron Livernash against Jace Affelbeck in there for a strike. Justin Davis and then Brady Stencil for the Wildcats. Outside for a ball. Affelbeck. A ball and 2 strikes, I believe, to Affelbeck. Livernash comes set and fires. This is inside for a ball. It is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Justin Davis awaits on deck. Affelbeck reached on a fielder's choice. Breaking ball foul at the plate. Remains 2-2. Connor Peters did take over at second base for Connor Peters did take over at second base for Taryn Hoffman. 2-2 misses outside. And we have the luxury of sitting in the press box here at Witter Field, but the wind is blowing straight in at times here into the press box. And the 3-2 coming home. Just missed. And a leadoff walk here in the third. Walk number 4 for Aaron Livernash. Justin Davis now at the plate. He struck out swinging. The lone strikeout for Aaron today. Struck out swinging to end the first inning. Pickoff over to first. Excuse me. As Appleback is back in time easily. Livernash comes set. Right in the middle of the rubber. Squares the bunt and no throw down to second base. There's a strike to Davis. And another stolen base for the Wildcats. Brady Stencil awaits on deck. Misses high and in for a ball. 1-1. Again, chilly here in Wisconsin Rapids and does not look promising through the next about 10 days for warmth. And Livernash drills Justin Davis right in the back. And another base runner for Edgar with nobody out here in the third. Brady Stencil awaits on deck. Stencil singled, scored in the second. And now a meeting on the mound for the Assumption Royals. That gives us time to hear from our friends over at Rapid Sheet Metal Heating and Cooling. Nobody enjoys being without comfort. Time to plan for the summer months ahead, maybe, if they get here. Give the pros at Rapid Sheet Metal Heating and Cooling a call for furnace and AC service in Wisconsin Rapids. We'll be there rapidly to figure out and take care of the trouble, and we'll get the comfort working again right away. Call Rapid Sheet Metal Heating and Cooling at 715-301-0256 and visit online at rapidsheetmetal.com. 2 on and nobody out here in the third for Edgar. First offering to Stencil, misses outside. Logan Gagas awaits on deck. Livernash fires home. Going to be drilled into left field. That one's going to get down in front of Gerke, and it's going to be bobbled. And a bad base running mistake out there by Jace Affelbeck. And now the bases are loaded with nobody out. Stencil a couple of hits today. And now Logan Gagas, who reached down a fielder's choice. Again, if you are a runner going from second to home, you want to look at your coach. You don't want to look at the ball. And Affelbeck was staring right at Connor Handrick the whole time. Now it's going to be lifted. And another infield fly rule. And there's one away. So one away here in the third. So back-to-back times that the Wildcats have had the bases loaded, and on the very next batter, they've popped in to an infield fly. First offering into Brame misses. Everett has a single and a walk today. 3 on, 1 out. We play in the top of the third inning. A spinner in there for a strike from Livernash. Leighton Schuett awaits on deck with 1 out. Infield plays in, as they did in the last inning. That's going to be hit sharply past third. And Brame is behind 1 and 2. Again, opening first pitch was at 4 o'clock, 48 degrees, 13-mile-an-hour wind. So what's that make it, 35? Here's the 1-2. Going to be hit up the middle. Peters has it. He steps. He's going to come home, not in time. An RBI infield single for Everett Brame. Didn't field it cleanly was Peters. And now Leighton Schuett has walked and popped into an infield fly. Bases remain loaded with 1 out. Spinner over to Hartman. Hartman gathers, goes home for the out. And there's 2 away. Schuett reached down a fielder's choice. That was a nice job by Hartman. There's 2 away for the number 3 hitter, Jordan Bunkelman. Bunkelman reached on an error and walked. Spinner misses outside for a ball. Couple of doubleheader baseball and softball games for you tomorrow. Over in Marshfield. Here's the 1-0, misses high and away, 2-0. Nothing. Edgar here in the third. Inside misses, 3-0. Ashton Schuett awaits on deck for the Wildcats. Bases remain loaded, 2 outs. Here's the 3-0. And lost him on 4 straight pitches, and Bunkelman gets the easy RBI. Stensel comes in to score. And now Ashton Schuett, who's reached on a couple of fielders' choices today. And Aaron Livernash will see his day come to an end here in the 3rd inning. He'll hand the ball over to Nick Lieberg. They'll retrieve a new glove. He'll come in and throw his warm-up pitches. We'll be back to Witter Field here in Wisconsin Rapids. Edgar 6, Assumption nothing. We play in the top of the 3rd inning. Bases loaded and 2 outs. Back to Witter Field on Zaleski Sports right after this.
For over 50 years, the Dental Clinic of Marshfield has served the area with the talent and expertise of big city dentistry with a hometown feel. With our multi-specialty staff and board-certified periodontist, orthodontist, and pediatric dentist, Dental Clinic of Marshfield has solutions for our patients of all ages from 1 to 100. We take pride in being in-network with an array of insurance companies to meet the needs of our community and our patients. No matter what your dental need, the Dental Clinic of Marshfield will be there for you.
Stone Innovations, home of Wisconsin's largest granite and quartz selection, is now featuring the best stones shopping experience in the state. Our brand new indoor facility allows for a home-like, comfortable atmosphere. Choose from hand-picked stone from around the world and select the perfect look for your dream kitchen in the best lighting possible. Then sit down with our free design services to customize the look of your kitchen. Our projects come with a lifetime warranty. Stone Innovations, Wisconsin's granite and quartz leader. Appleton, Rhinelander, Clover, Madison.
I really got to understand what what a nurse is. Do they focus on you? You know, do they make sure that you're comfortable? And you know, that's what Shai has. It's the connection that he has. You know, my best interest in mind always.
Why wait another day? Let's take the next step together.
Bases loaded. Nick Lieberg, the new pitcher for Assumption. First offering to Ashton Schuett was a ball. There's a strike in from Lieberg. Bases loaded and 2 outs. The big fella kicks and fires. Going to be hit foul and out of play, 1-2. Again, Edgar has had the bases loaded in the last 2 innings. They've only scored so far 2 runs. Scored 1 in the second, 1 in the third. Lieberg's going to try and stop him again, and that one did not break. And it's 2-2. Ashton Schuett, a couple of fielder's choices today. Lieberg fires. Bounced in there. Good job by Klatt. Runners will have a head start. The 3-2 coming back. Lieberg comes set on the 3-2. And they're gonna check. And they're gonna walk in another run. Looked close on the check swing. Bases remain loaded for Peyton Dahlke. Just missed on the check swing. First offering to Dahlke, the 9th hitter of the inning. Lieberg fires. 2-0. Jace Affelbeck, who started off the inning with a walk, is on deck. Bases remain loaded and 2 outs. Lieberg wheels and deals. Falls behind 3-0. And lost him low. So 4 straight out of the zone. And another one comes in on a bases loaded walk. 10th hitter of the inning, Jace Affelbeck. Affelbeck walked and scored. 3 straight walks for the Assumption pitching staff. Six straight out of the zone for Nick Lieberg. Hasn't been a good start here for Nick on the mound here in the 3rd inning. 8-0 Edgar. There's a strike in the outside corner, 2-1. Justin Davis on deck for Edgar. Lieberg fires home. 3-1. 3:15 down the lines here at Witter Field. 366 to dead center. And Rafters only a couple of weeks away from coming back and another walk. 4th walk in a row. 5th walk of the inning. And now Justin Davis, who has reached on he was hit by a pitch back in earlier this inning and struck out in the 1st. Lieberg struggling to find it here in the 3rd. Again, not that long from now, all the interns and the Rafters will be here. All the college players. Hopefully, if the weather gets warmer, be able to come out and enjoy some Rafters games this summer. The 1-1 can be hit foul right back up here towards us, and it's 1-2. Lieberg trying to get out of the inning. 5 across here in the 3rd. Going to be a check swing, first base side. Lieberg is going to barehand it, underhand it to Livernash to end the 3rd inning. That was 5. We have played 2.5 innings. That was 5 across for the Wildcats. It is 9-0 Edgar. We'll be back to Witter Field right after this on Selesky Sports.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Little Sprouts is now open in Rudolph with the same great childcare you know about in Auburndale. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
The community here in Rudolph has been extremely welcoming, and we're excited to serve here just like we do up in Auburndale. Part of the process is to help out the school districts and to help the children their 4K children to stay close and get services right here. We serve here in Rudolph 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds, and up in Auburndale we serve 6 weeks old until 12-year-olds.
Our Auburndale pea pods, wiggle worms, busy bees, and fireflies welcome the Rudolph sweet potatoes, lovely ladybugs, and beautiful butterflies. Contact Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
Jack Klatt to lead things off here for Assumption in the bottom of the third inning. First one misses low. The Klatt, he was hit by a pitch back in the first. Two 2-0 to Klatt. I'd like to thank our game day sponsors from Edgar, Chad's Auto and Door Pro. There's one in there for a strike, and it's 2-1. Always thankful for our friends in Edgar. Klatt looks at a strike, and Schuett evens it up at 2-2. Ashton fires home, and Jack Klatt strikes out looking. So Schuett fell behind 2-0. Came all the way back. 3 straight pitches pretty much in the same exact spot. And Klatt struck out looking. Lieberg singled in the first. Looks at a ball high. Misses high and in again, 2-0. Again, we'll be here at Witter Field a couple more times this spring, but all of the, misses high again, 3-0. All of the summer baseball that we'll cover, American Legion and the new Wisconsin Rapids Redhawks team, all those games will take place over at Lincoln High School. Lieberg walks on 4 pitches. Been over there a couple times. Did one game over there. First game of the year was a Wisconsin Rapids and Mosinee baseball. Was supposed to do softball over there, but then it started hailing and thundering and lightning. That was quite the day. 0-1. Can be lifted foul and out of play. 0-2 to Aaron Livernash. Runner at first is Lieberg. He walked on 4 pitches. Livernash now behind 0-2. That is a beautiful complex. A little bit of a hike to get back there. And check swing and stays or goes foul. Again, if you're headed out there, make sure you take your walking shoes because it's going to take a little while to get to where you want to be. But once you get back there, it's a beautiful place. That was going to be lifted up and out of play, right field side, and it remains 0-2. But the Wisconsin Rapids Post-9 Rangers will have some of their games this summer, as well as that Wisconsin Rapids Redhawks team. Compete with the Marshfield Chaparrals, Pittsville River Bandits, and Livernash way out in front will dribble that one foul. As well as we will have games from Marshfield, the Chaparrals, the Post 54 Blue Devils, maybe some Post six Sixers as well. That one gets by on the E1. Lieberg will walk into second base on the error. So now a runner at second with one out. 0-2 to Aaron Livernash. Nolan Hartman awaits on deck. Tried to check his swing, and he did successfully, and it's 1-2. Missed again, 2-2. Didn't think that there would be any tonight. Oh, there are. There's 3 games. So here's the 2-2 to Livernash. Popped up on the infield. Over on it to making the catch is Heinerfuss for out number 2. Didn't know if the NBA would try and compete with the NFL draft tonight, but it is the playoffs, and they got to get their games in. So 3 NBA games tonight, all closeout games, all elimination games. 76ers are in Toronto. That game starting in about 50 minutes. 76ers are up in that series 3-2. The Suns are in New Orleans, take on the Pelicans. There's a foul tip into the mitt, and it's 0-2. And then the Mavericks trying to close out the Jazz later on tonight. The NFL draft, of course, takes place tonight. The 0-2 to Hartman. Lifted up out of play, parking lot ball, and it's remains 0-2. They play in the bottom of the 6th inning in Edgar. There's a swing and a miss. It's still 1-0 Wildcats. As of right now, the Assumption Royals are being no hit in the game at Edgar. They play in the bottom of the 6th inning. We have played 3 complete here in Wisconsin Rapids. It is the Edgar Wildcats 9, the Assumption Royals nothing. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Why am I an orthopedic surgeon? It's a great question. It was nothing I planned. I actually am a Spanish major. Went back to school and became a physical therapist. That was okay, but I decided to go back to school and become the surgeon. I think the biggest thing when you're talking to the patient is if you can relate to them, number one. Number two is if you can teach them what the problem is. If you can teach them what the problem is, they're going to do fine. They're going to learn what it is, they're going to figure out how to fix it, and then they're going to adapt. There's days when things don't work out and things are harder than others, but clearly you're here for one reason and you're not here for you. You're here for the patient that comes in. Healthcare is kind of like going to the supper club in Wisconsin. You always feel like you need to travel to get a better Friday fish fry or to get the prime rib on Saturday, but really here we have everything under the same roof. We have everything within a hospital that, quite frankly, is rated in the top 2 hospitals in the state for joint replacements. We have hospitals coming to us to ask how we do joint replacements, how we solve the problem, how we get patients motivated and moving with very low risk and very low complication rates. And our outcomes are much better.
Grounded over to short. Shaw across the diamond and in time to retire Brady Stencil on a 6-3 putout. 1 up and 1 down for Logan Gagas. Here in the top of the fourth inning. Goggis reached on a fielder's choice and popped into an infield fly in his 2 at-bats. First offering. Inside corner for a strike. Top of the order due up next for the Wildcats. There's a swing and a miss. Tried to check his swing and failed that time. Lieberg ahead in the count, 0-2. This is high and away for a ball. So we got Gilman at Loyal Greenwood softball tonight for you. Joe Anderson on the call. That game started about 10 minutes ago. There's a swing and a miss. Took something off, and Lieberg with the strikeout. And there's 2 away just like that here in the fourth. Now Everett Brame, single walk and a single today for Everett. His 4th at-bat, we play in the 4th inning. And the first offering from Nick. Right down the middle for a strike. Got highlights of Pacelli Port Edwards baseball as well as Amherst Waiawega Fremont baseball. Outside missed and evens it up at 1-1. Handful of games again for you tomorrow, though, including a couple of doubleheaders in Marshfield that were supposed to be played on Saturday, going to be played tomorrow. The threat of rain that would probably have wiped them both out, both of the doubleheaders. They do plan on playing soccer on Saturday at noon against Toma. The 1-2. Going to be hit off the mid of Hartman at third, and a 2-out single for Everett Brame. Hartman threw his glove up there, just hit right off the tip of it. And now Leighton Schuett, who has walked, popped into an infield fly and reached on a fielder's choice. Runner at first and 2 outs. 9-0 Wildcats here in the fourth. See if we can get you that get you a score update from that game in Edgar. Has not been updated yet. That one's going to be hit over to Livernash. Backhands it, and he's going to take it himself and step on first. 3 unassisted. Clean inning for Nick Lieberg and the Royals defensively. We have played 3.5. 9-0 Wildcats. Back to Witter Field right after this.
Hi, this is Van Patrick Oates from Rapids Awards and More. People ask, what is the more part of Awards and More? Well, that means that we're more than just an award store. We engrave glass, wood, plastic, guns, Yeti cups, medals, knives, and so much more. We're located on the web at awardsandmore.us. And if you're in the Wisconsin Rapids area, visit our physical store at 1210 Pepper Avenue or check us out on Facebook. Rapids Awards and More than just awards.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
Fourth inning we go here in Wisconsin Rapids. Gerke swings through a strike. How about this? A couple of of doubles for the Assumption Royals softball team. Anna Schooley started at the top of the 7th off with a double, and then Ava Schill drove her in with a double, and they're tied up in the top of the 7th inning. And we've talked about it a lot during volleyball, basketball, now softball. That was going to be hit up the middle, gobbled up there. A good play, bobbled, and no play at first. And we will give him a base hit. Why not? Would have been a tough play, or was a tough play for Everett Brame. And now Joey Moyer, who walked back in the 2nd inning. But Anna Schooley, obviously, is one heck of an athlete. Squares the bunt. And Moyer squared the bunt and missed. And Gerke, who is standing at first, may have missed one. Runner at first, and nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th. Now it's fouled straight back right off the knuckles of Moyer. Butch Maytata waits on deck. 9-0 Wildcats here in the 4th inning. Misses high and in on Moyer. And Moyer looks at a strike. I thought he struck out. Nope. On that bunt, I thought he no. 2-2 coming home. Off the knuckles, grounds it over to first. They'll get the out at first and no throw to second. Moyer does his job as he grounded out to first. Supposed to do that on the bunt, but got a couple more pitches thrown by Schuett, and now Butch Maytow with the runner at second and one out. And it hits Maytot right on the back and front shoulder. Second hit by pitch of the day for Ashton Schuett. Now there's runners at first and second with one out for Connor Peters. Schuett comes set. First one to Peters, misses. Top of the order. Due up next for the Royals with Ryan Shaw, the on-deck circle. There's a strike in there to Peters. Connor singled to right his first time up. Gonna hit into the gap at second, throw over to first, and no, he dropped it at first. That was a heck of a play by Parady Stencil over at second, and now the bases are loaded for the top of the order. So a couple of infield singles here in the inning for Assumption. Spectrum Benefit Solutions has offices located throughout central Wisconsin. Spectrum Benefit Solutions is your group benefits provider for health, dental, accident, and life insurance. Spectrum Benefit Solutions works with hundreds of clients of all sizes to help you attract and retain the best employees. Find Spectrum Benefit Solutions on Facebook to get started today. Connor Handrick out to talk to his crew. And the Royals now have the lead. So what a turn of events over in Edgar. Now it's going to be hit to short. Brame to second for one. Over to first, not in time with the speedy Shaw. And Ryan drives in a run. So Royals on the board here in the fourth. Maytot to third. Peters out at second. Jack Klatt now at the plate. There goes Shaw. Throw down to second. And a hit off of Klatt. And they're going to call the base runner out. And now Ryan Hartman is having a conversation or arguing with our home plate umpires. Jack Klatt was in the box, and the catcher tried to throw back to third base, and it hit Jack. And that is a valid argument. As a valid argument, and one that Coach Hartman has the right to be mad at. And there is going to continue the argument here to the top of the fifth inning. Again, that was a bad call. And one where the Royals would have had two runners in scoring position and two outs. But we go to the top of the fifth. 9-1 Edgar on top. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports.
If you lose direction, you can grab my hand. I'll be the one behind you to say no one-man band. Just follow your dreams and keep your promises.
We're all different, but we all want great health insurance. See why we're rated #1 in service, coverage, and affordability in Central Wisconsin.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and zero premium, company-paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood.
Top of the fifth inning we go here in Wisconsin Rapids. 9-1 in favor of Edgar. Jordan Bunkelman to lead things off for the Wildcats. This is inside for a ball to start things off here in the fifth. Bunkelman reached on an error and a couple of walks today. Lieberg wheels and deals. Just missed, and it's 2-0. Ashton Schuett awaits on deck. 9-1. Three and 0 to Bunkelman. And walked Jordan on 4 pitches. That is his third walk of the game. Top of the fifth. Runner at first and nobody out. Lieberg wheels and deals home. This is low for a ball, and it's 1-0. 5 straight out of the zone for Nick Lieberg to start the inning. Nick comes set. Bunkelman leads from first. There he goes. And that one bounces away from Klatt. And they're going to give him a stolen base. 6 in a row out of the zone. Score update from Edgar. Assumption 2, Edgar 1, bottom of the 7th with 1 out. There's a strike from Lieberg. Keep our eye on that game. That is a huge matchup. Carlin Lipinski is at the plate against Ava Schill. Inside, 3-1. Ava Schill at 106 pitches in the 7th inning. In softball, you can throw as much as you want. And the 3-1. Going to be hit into right and going to be cut off by Mehta. Nice job by Butch. And they're going to send the runner from third and an RBI single for Ashton Schuett. One of the first times that Edgar has really hit the ball well here today. Now Peyton Dahlke, the right fielder. Single, fielder's choice, and a walk. 10-1, Edgar. Outside for a ball. Nick Lieberg comes set. A strike is called. The throw down to second, not in time. And another stolen base for the Wildcats. One ball and one strike to Peyton Dahlke. They're going to be hit over to third. Hartman, then Shaw. Shaw's going to tag the leg of the runner, Schuett. And there's going to be two away. What a play by Ryan Shaw. And what a play by Ryan. One away as Dahlke reached on the fielder's choice. Man, that was a heck of a play. Lieberg with a runner at first. Dahlke. First one misses outside. Morgan Strevler now at the plate for Edgar with a runner at second. And 2 outs. Assumption trying to get out of that game with a huge, huge win. Misses outside, 2-0. 10-1 Edgar. And that one bounces right in front of Klatt. And it's 3-0. I talked to Coach Hartman earlier this year, before the game or before the season. Walks and errors is what killed him last year. It's pretty much the same thing this year. And on 4 pitches, he walks him again. So they intentionally walked Strevler to get to Regan Borkart with 2 on and 2 outs over in Edgar. No. First offering misses low and away. See if we can get you a name here for Edgar. Big number 12 out there. There's a strike to him. Number 12, Harrison Gravine. This is outside. Two on, 1 out. Going to be fouled at the plate. Looked like it hit off his foot, but nonetheless, Clad will touch it, and it will run even. Two balls and two strikes. One away here in the fifth. That was going to be hit foul and out of play. Remains 2-2. So a huge final score from Edgar High School. The Assumption Royals softball 2 and Edgar 1. Assumption scored 2 times in the top of the 7th inning and held on to win that huge conference game. One of the few softball games I did last year for Assumption. Edgar took it to him pretty well. Grounded over to second. That's Peters to Shaw for 1. And across, and not in time. That one gets past. And coming in to score will be Peyton Dulkey. Nope, the run will not count. And the base runner out there, that is Affelbeck, is going to be called for interference himself, and that will be the end of the 5th inning. So 1 run across. We have played 4.5, 10-1. Edgar back to Wisconsin Rapids after this.
At Bauer & Fine Business Technologies in Marshfield, our company has been serving Central Wisconsin since 1955. We're still locally owned and believe strongly in supporting the communities that support us. If you're a current customer, thank you. If you're not a current customer, we'd love to work with you. Let's talk about copiers, printers, postage meters, and network services. Give us a call today at 800-288-2712 or visit our website at b-bt.com. Bauer & Fine Business Technologies. Better business together.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
Bottom of the 5th inning we go here in Wisconsin Rapids. 10-1 Edgar. Nick Lieberg at the plate. And he looks at a ball, evens it up at a ball and a strike. So for those of you wondering, there is a second game after this. We will not bring that second game to live. We will have written content of the second game, and we will have highlights of the first game that will be posted to Facebook later on tonight. As a big gust of wind blows into our face here in the press box. Lose my breath here for a second. 3-1 to Nick Lieberg. And Nick draws a leadoff walk. So we will not have a live broadcast of game number 2 for you tonight. Our apologies on that, but we will have highlights and written content of the doubleheader later on this evening. First offering to Aaron Livernash is swung on and miss. Score from Loyal Greenwood. They're from Greenwood High School. Loyal Greenwood 2, Gilman nothing. They play in the top of the third over there. Misses outside does Ashton Schuett. Evens it up at a ball and a strike. Swung on and missed. Big hack by Livernash. That's going to be popped up right behind us. Remains a ball and 2 strikes. Runner at first is Livernash with nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And bounces in, evens it up at 2-2. Nolan Hartman awaits on deck. Schuett fires home and just missed. Had Livernash backing out of the away from the plate. And Schuett is in danger of walking back-to-back hitters. Now it's going to be popped up on the infield. Over on it and making the catch. Route number 1 is Brady Stencil. 1 away for Nolan Hartman. A couple of strikeouts to Nolan's name here today. Again, I appreciate everyone tuning in here on Zaleski Sports. We got another whole slate for you tomorrow. As Hartman fouls that one off the plate, 0-1. Take a look at that here in just a moment. Go over to, if you want to look for yourself, go over to ZaleskiSports.com, click on weekly schedule. That is where the up-to-date games are. Misses outside for a ball, evens it up at 1-1. So tomorrow, got Melrose Mindoro at Amherst soccer. Got Medford and Mosney baseball. We've also got Eau Claire North at Marshfield baseball and Holman at Marshfield softball. All those games live for you at ZaleskiSports.com. And Hartman swings and misses, and it runs even at 2-2. Ashton Schuett fires home. Now it's going to be fouled off the plate. Remains at 2-2. Peyton Gerke awaits on deck. Schuett fires. There goes the runner. Swung on and missed. High throw into center field, and Lieberg will stay right there. Hartman strikes out for the 3rd time. Lieberg steals second. Now Parker Gerke is strikeout and a single today. Strikeout and a single for Gerke today. Now it's going to be driven to center field. Over on it is Schuett. And he dropped it. He dropped it out in center field. Coming in to score will be Lieberg. And a routine fly ball to Leighton Schuett. A little too casual for it, and it dropped right out of his mitt. So Gerke reaches on an E8, and Lieberg comes in to score. Now Joey Moyer swings and misses at strike 1. Butch Maytott awaits on deck. Joey Tadeo walking the ground out. Outside for a ball. So routine as it gets for a player like Leighton Schuett out in center. That's going to be chopped over to short. Tough play for Brame on the run, and it is dropped there at first. So a couple of errors back to back. It would have been a tough play nonetheless, but Butch Maytott now with 2 on and 2 out, and Connor Handrick coming to talk to Ashton Schuett. Again, an inning that could have been over with a fly ball caught by Leighton Schuett, but it was dropped. Again, doesn't get much easier of a catch to make than the one that that Leighton dropped. But now with 2 on, 2 out, Assumption looking to add some more here in this 5th inning. Schuett, that one's going to be chopped foul past third. Runner at first and second with 2 outs. 10-2. Edgar on top. Schuett fires back. Swung on and missed. Ball and 2 strikes to Butch Maytott. Schuett kicks and fires. Misses high and evens it up at 2-2. Couple of score updates for you here in just a moment. Going to be hit sharply left field and just foul. Just a bit foul. Slight second out in front was Maytott. Could have scored 2. Pacelli beat Port Edwards 18-4, it looks like, and Amherst beat WIAA 5-0. And a swing and a miss at a high fastball, and that will end our 5th inning. A run across for Assumption. Royals leave 2. We go to the 6th. 10-2. Edgar on top. Back to Whitterfield right after this. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports.
When you want to win games, you look for an expert. Here's 2-time national champion, Coach Jack Bennett.
I may know a few things about basketball, but I'm a rookie when it comes to vehicles. I trust the team at Sherrill Tire and Service Centers to call those shots. They're professionals. Remove the stress and anxiety of having your vehicle serviced or repaired.
Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Go with the winning team at Sherrill Tire and Service Centers.
Rustic Redefined is the area's boutique clothing store for women and children. You'll find a personalized shopping experience with unique and trendy styles to choose from. Rustic Redefined specializes in affordable clothes and accessories with red carpet service. Find your individual style at Rustic Redefined on 8th Street South in Wisconsin Rapids and Rustic Redefined on Facebook.
Senso to lead things off here for Edgar in the top of the 6th inning. 10-2 Wildcats. As Nick Lieberg blows one past him for a strike. And the 0-1. We hit weakly to third. Hartman gobbles it up across the diamond in time for the out. Nice play by Nolan Hartman. Knew he had a extra half second and stepped in through for a great great play at third. Marcus Hanerfoos now hitting for himself. Pops that one up right over our heads. And the 0-1. Fouled back off the face mask of Klatt, and it's 0-2. Lieberg fires. Breaking ball in there. Just missed. Maybe a little bit high, but not by much. Lieberg on the 1-2. That one sure missed high, and it's 2-2. Over the head of Hanerfoos, now runs full. It was at 0-2. And got him looking. Strikeout for Lieberg. And there's 2 outs. Now back to the top of the order, Everett Brame. Three singles for Everett today, and a walk. The 0-1 misses high and in. Swung on a miss. Way behind it was Brame, and it's 0-2 or 1-2. Fouled back into the netting above us and to the left of us. A ball and 2 strikes to Everett Brame, the shortstop for the Edgar Wildcats. That one's fouled right off of his front foot. Maybe right on his front shin. And it remains a ball and 2 strikes. And doubleheader baseball for you tomorrow in Marshfield. Doubleheader softball for you in Marshfield. Soccer in Amherst. And baseball in Mosinee. It's going to be hit sharply, and Lieberg wasn't there in time. He's going to flip it, and got him by a half a step at first. Lieberg didn't get off the mound right away, but just able to beat him to the base. We have played 5.5. It is Edgar 10 and Assumption 2. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Don't let pain or mobility issues keep you from enjoying life. Let our physical therapy doctors and our staff at Roberts Physical Therapy help you recover your ability to move easily and live free of aches and pains, providing effective individual treatment plans. Whether you're experiencing problems with balance and mobility, you're experiencing pain in your low back, or you're dealing with any other physical challenges, we'll take care of you. For more information on how we can service your needs, contact us today.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken of Marshfield has been voted Best Pizza in Marshfield 12 years in a row. With popular choices like broccoli bacon cheese, drunken chicken, or any of the 25 specialty pizzas, Scotty's is ready to earn your vote now at 715-384-8118. Choose Scotty's for pizza, chicken, subs, sandwiches, and more. Carry out, dine-in, and delivery. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118.
Connor Peters lead things off for Assumption. Marcus Hanerfuss, the new pitcher for Edgar, as Connor Handrick still having a conversation with our home plate umpire. Now it's going to be hit into right field. Connor Peters with a couple of three base hits today. Connor 3 for 3. And now back to the top of the order for Ryan Shaw. Ryan today a strikeout, ground out, and a fielder's choice. Now it's going to be hit weakly over to third. Royals coming out swinging, gets the out at second, get the lead runner. Peters going to be out at second. Shaw reaches on another fielder's choice. One away for Jack Klatt. Jack was in the middle of that interference call the last time he was at the plate. And now it's going to be ripped into right field. Royals swinging early and often here against Marcus Hanerfuss. They've seen 3 pitches. They've swung at 3 pitches and gotten good metal on the bat. Or, excuse me, good metal on the ball. 2 on and 1 out. First offering to Lieberg, misses low and away. Good speed on the base paths for the Royals. Shaw at second, Klatt at first. That's going to be hit foul up along third, and it evens it up at a ball and a strike. So mentioned it earlier, kind of surprised that it is happening, but at the same time, not really, because they still got to get playoff basketball games in. But the NBA competing with the NFL tonight, the NFL draft in the next 3 days. Misses inside, 2-1. Thursday, Friday, Saturday event. The NFL takes over Las Vegas this year. 2022 NFL Draft. 2-1 to Lieberg, bounces in there. Shaw is going to take third. Yes, he is. On the pass ball. 3-1 now to Lieberg. Can't take third unless you read it perfectly off the ground, and that is exactly what Ryan Shaw did. 3-1 to Nick Lieberg. Gonna hit it sharply to Coach Hartman at third. And it's 3 balls and 2 strikes to Nick Lieberg with 1 away here in the 6th. Runners at the corners and 1 out. Hinderfoos fires home. That was going to be hit over to second. Double play opportunity through the legs of Brame, and a run comes in to score for the Royals. Another error here tonight. And the extra base taken by Ryan Shaw helps the Royals tremendously. Still down 7, but confidence building for the Royals here in the 6th. And now Aaron Livernash. The 2 on and 1 out. That was going to be lifted into right. Anything can happen. Peyton Dahlke ranging to his left. He's going to make the catch. And Jack Klatt did not tag. And there's 2 away. And now Nolan Hartman, who's got 3 strikeouts here today. Two on, 2 out, bottom of the 6th. Now it bounces in the front for a ball. So the Royals came out here in the 6th, swinging the bat early and often. Able to get a run across. There's a swing and a miss. And it's 1-1. Two on, 2 out. Wheels and deals. Bounces in there, and Klatt will try, and he will on the wild pitch. Klatt and Lieberg advance to second and third. Big opportunity here for Nolan Hartman. Parker Kirky waits on deck. Swung on and missed, way out in front. Two balls and 2 strikes. Hinderfoos comes set and fires. Misses a low and in. Runs full to Hartman. Marcus Hinderfoos gets one he likes. And kicks and fires. And missed low, and he walked him. So quite the batting line for Nolan Hartman today. 3 strikeouts and a walk. Now Parker Gerke, who has hit well today. Strikeout, single, and reached on an error. But he has put the bat on the ball pretty well. And that one almost hits him. Bounces out of the way. Joey Moyer awaits on deck. Here we go, 3 on and 2 outs. Waves that bat above his right shoulder. And the 1-0. Swung on and missed. He was right on it. A ball and a strike. Parker Gerke swung on and missed. Got a fastball low and in. Perfect location for Hanerfoos. Marcus comes set. And the 1-2 home. Bounces away. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases loaded. Bottom of the 6th inning. 10-3 Edgar. Hanerfoos comes set on the 2-2. And low and away. Runners will have a head start now on the pitch. As we cross the 6 o'clock hour here in Wisconsin Rapids. Ball game just under or just over now 2 hours old. Hanerfoos on the payoff. Runners take off and the pitch. And missed high, and Gerke draws the walk. And a run comes in to score for Assumption. Station to station for Assumption. And now Connor Handrick coming in to have a conversation with Marcus Hanerfoos. Can appreciate everyone tuning in here this afternoon. We do already have a score update from Edgar in game 2 of that game, or of that doubleheader. As Macy Vollert is the new pitcher for, or will be pitching for Assumption. And Edgar up 1-0 going into the 2nd inning. Now Joey Moyer with the bases loaded, a walk, ground out, and reached on an error. Hanerfoos comes set. Looks at a strike, does Moyer. Hanerfoos comes set. The 0-1. This is inside to Moyer. Evens it up at a ball and a strike. 10-4 Edgar, bases loaded, full of Royals with 2 outs. Hanerfoos back on the 1-1. Misses low and in. Marcus struggling big time here in the 6th. And the 2-1 to Moyer. Outside corner and gets the call, and it's 2-2. Edgar had their opportunities earlier in this game to 10-run rule the Royals, but Assumption brought in Nick Lieberg. Nick pitched well. The 2-2. Going to be hit into right field. That one's going to get down. They will send Hartman around third. And a 2 RBI single for Joey Moyer, and this one's not over yet. Moyer drives in 2 to right center field. And a perfectly placed hit for Moyer. Lieberg scores. Hartman scores. Gerke goes to third. And it's 10-6. Who is that, Kate Stats? Yeah. Kate Stats, the new hitter for Assumption. That was going to be fouled straight back. The 9th hitter of the inning for Assumption. They've scored 4 times here in the 6th. Moyer from first, Gerke from third. There goes Moyer. They're going to give him second base. Runners at second and third. Kate Stats first at bat of the day. Hanerfoos comes back. Going to be fouled at the plate. No, right in front of home plate. And Gerke runs into an out. Parker Gerke runs into a third out at home. And that will do it here in the sixth. The Royals score 4. And Gerke makes a bad last out at home. We have played 6. It is Edgar 10, Assumption 6. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Little Sprouts is now open in Rudolph with the same great childcare you know about in Auburndale. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
The community here in Rudolph has been extremely welcoming, and we're excited to serve here just like we do up in Auburndale. Part of the process is to help out the school districts and to help the children stay, their 4K children to stay close and get services right here. We serve here in Rudolph 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds, and up in Auburndale we serve 6 weeks old until 12-year-olds.
Our Auburndale pea pods, wiggle worms, busy bees, and fireflies welcome the Rudolph sweet potatoes, lovely ladybugs, and beautiful butterflies. Contact Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
Royals offense has given this Assumption team a little bit of pep in their step. Nick Lieberg back out on the mound again. Leighton Schuett, the hitter. Leighton today, a walk, infield fly, fielder's choice, and a ground out. That's going to be hit over to Shaw at short. Ate him up across the diamond and in time for out number 1. What a great job again by Ryan Shaw. It took a crazy hop on the grass before it got to the dirt, and he was able to still be able to pick it up and throw across the diamond to record the out. Now Jordan Bunkelman reached on error, has walked 3 straight times, and he looks at a ball. His last 3+ at bats, he's only seen 1 strike. Walked on 5 pitches in the second, walked on 4 pitches in the third, walked on 4 pitches in the sixth. And there's a strike. Lieberg fires on the 2-1. 3-1 now. Royals will have 9-1-2 due up in the bottom half of the 7th inning. That was going to be hit over to Hartman. No, Shaw will take it. Steps across, not in time. And an infield single for Jordan Bunkelman. And now 1 away for Ashton Schuett. A couple of fielders' choices, a walk and a single for Ashton tonight. Bunkelman leads from first. Throw over there just to check on him. Lieberg fires home right down the middle for a strike. Bob Euchre usually says right down Wisconsin Avenue. We got 8th Street here in Wisconsin Rapids. Pick over to first, and that one hits the runner Bunkelman, but doesn't scoot far enough away from Livernash. Runner at first, one away. 0-1 count to Ashton Schuett. And there goes the runner, Bunkelman. The throw is perfect, and they've got him at second. A caught stealing, and there's 2 away. Great job by Ryan Shaw. A good throw by Jack Klatt. And Connor Handrick couldn't believe it. A ball and a strike to Ashton Schuett. Spinner misses high, and it's 2-1. Nick comes set, wheels and deals. Going to be popped up, center field, long run for Moyer. It is drifting, it's going to get down for a base hit. And a 2-out double for Ashton Schuett. You could see that one tailing. And Moyer would have had did have a long way to go. Just hit too hard by Schuett. And that caught stealing comes through huge for the Royals, as Bunkelman would have scored. This is low for a ball. Runner at second, and 2 outs. Lieberg fires home. High and away for a ball. Schuett dancing out there at second base, trying to distract Nick Lieberg. So far successful. And the 2-0. Going to be knuckled into right. Long run for Maytott, and it's going to fall in front of him. And an RBI single for Peyton Dahlke. Just muscled it into right. Right off his knuckles. Maytott not a good read and couldn't track it down. New hitter for Edgar. That was going to be hit sharply to second. Peters, it goes right underneath his glove. And a base hit. So 4 straight hard hit balls by Edgar. Now Justin Davis, the catcher. That last hit by Justin Westfall. That one's going to be hit hard to center. That one's going to get in front of Moyer, and it's going to be another RBI base hit for Edgar. 5 hard hit balls in a row. All this damage done with 2 outs. Now Brady Stencil with 2 on and 2 outs. Westfall at second, Davis at first. That one's going to be hit hard to Shaw. Ryan's going to flip it to Peters at second to end the top of the 7th inning. But Edgar scores 2 on 5 hits. They leave 2 stranded. We have played 6.5. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It is 12-6. Edgar will be back to Witter Field to bring you the bottom of the 7th when we get back here on Zaleski Sports.
Why am I an orthopedic surgeon? It's a great question. It was nothing I planned. I actually am a Spanish major. Went back to school and became a physical therapist. That was okay, but I decided to go back to school and become the surgeon. I think the biggest thing when you're talking to the patient is if you can relate to them, number one. Number two is if you can teach them what the problem is. If you can teach them what the problem is, they're going to do fine. They're going to learn what it is, they're going to figure out how to fix it, and then they're going to adapt There's days when things don't work out and things are harder than others, but clearly you're here for one reason and you're not here for you. You're here for the patient that comes in. Healthcare is kind of like going to the supper club in Wisconsin. You always feel like you need to travel to get a better Friday fish fry or to get the prime rib on Saturday, but really here we have everything under the same roof. We have everything within a hospital that, quite frankly, is rated in the top 2 hospitals in the state for joint replacements. We have hospitals coming to us to ask how we do joint replacements, how we solve the problem, how we get patients motivated and moving with very low risk and very low complication rates, and our outcomes are much better.
Connor Peters lead things off for the Assumption Royals here in the bottom of the 7th inning. They trail by 6. Connor has had a pretty good day at the plate today. And looks at a ball. Gets all the way back to the screen. Connor 3 for 3 today. All singles. Came in to replace Taryn Hoffman after the 2nd inning. And the 1-0. That's going to be hit sharply over to third. Tough play across and high throw and a out across the diamond. 5-3 on the putout. First time being retired here today. And now back to the top of the order, Ryan Shaw. Strikeout, ground out, and a couple of fielders' choices today. Marcus Heinerfuss comes set. And fires home. And it hits. Did it hit him? No. Jumped out of the way. Don't know how he did that, but able to get out of the way of that one. Again, for those of you wondering, we will not bring you game 2 of this doubleheader. We'll have highlights of this first game and written content of game number 2 later on tonight on Facebook and at ZaleskiSports.com. Heinerfuss back on the 2-0. Low. Bounces in there, and it's 3-0. Jack Klatt awaits on deck. Heinerfuss on the 3-0. There's one right down the middle for strike 3-1. Marcus with no sleeves today. Pitching. He got DH'd for batting. 3-1 from Heinerfuss. Fouled at the plate, and it's 3-2. Heinerfuss, has come all the way back. It was 3-0, now 3-2 to Ryan Shaw. Wheels and deals. Swung on a miss, gets past, and Shaw will make his way down to first base on the strikeout and the wild pitch. And to have a speedster like Shaw on the base paths does not hurt, that's for sure. Again, as mentioned earlier in the ball game, not too long from now, there's a swing and a miss by Klatt. Not too long from now, this place will be packed for Wisconsin Rapids Rafters games. The Rafters hosting the Northwoods League All-Star game this summer, mid-July. So if you're out and about, need tickets, I would have bought them a month and a half ago. The place is going to be packed. Wisconsin Rapids is going to be hopping that weekend. Always a fun time. Northwoods League All-Star games. That was going to be hit to second and off the glove of Stencil, and Shaw, who had to retreat back to first, still was able to get back to second. Give Klatt a single. That was a hard hit ball. And now Nick Lieberg with 2 on and 1 out. Would expect a huge contingency during the home run derby out beyond the fences. Pick up some souvenirs. Uh, 12-6. Be tough to hit home runs over by the playground, but some of those college kids can really rake it. And that's going to be a lot of fun to watch. And Shaw down to third on the pass ball. Klatt to second. That was a nice job that time by Nick Lieberg to just get as far away from the catcher as he could. 2 on now in scoring position. And the 2-0. This is low and out. 3-0 to Lieberg. Aaron Livernash awaits on deck. Hinterfuss fires. Bounces in there. Walked him. Base is loaded for the Assumption Royals. Aaron Livernash today 0 for 4. Livernash a fly out to center, a pop out to first, pop out to second, and a fly out to right. 3 on and 1 out. Royals trail by 6. Livernash looks at a strike, taking the whole way after Lieberg walked on 4 pitches. Hinterfuss comes set. This is low and in. A ball and a strike. Nolan Hartman awaits on deck. The 1-1. Low and out. 2-1. No action in the Edgar bullpen. And short-staffed are a lot of these smaller school teams. Hinterfuss comes set. Misses low and away. 3-1. And Hinterfuss getting into his own head. Royals doing a lot of damage last inning plus. And the 3-1 to Aaron Livernash. And lost him. 5 pitches. And a run comes in for the Royals. See how long Connor Hendricks' trigger is on him. And that may or may not be it for Marcus Hinterfuss. Again, appreciate everyone tuning in here this afternoon. It has been quite the game as Edgar jumped out to a early. After 3 innings, they were up 9-0. And Assumption has come all the way back and has been putting pressure on the Wildcats here in the last 2 innings. And now Nolan Hartman today. Bases loaded. Hartman today, three strikeouts and a walk. First offering to Hartman. This is low and in. So inning started off with a ground out by Connor Peters. Ryan Shaw struck out but reached first on a wild pitch, a single, and a couple more walks. Hanerfoos fires to Hartman. Outside corner and gets the strike call. Parker Gerke awaits on deck. Parker ran into a huge out in the last inning at home plate. And the 1-1. That was going to be fouled right at the plate. And if it wouldn't have hit home plate, it would have been a fair ball. Nice job by Justin Davis to bounce out of his crouch and get it right away, too. And the 1-2 coming back. Swung on and fouled at the plate. Staying alive is Nolan Hartman. Flat, Lieberg, and Livernash, the base runners. Hartman the batter. And the 1-2. Outside corner and missed. Two balls and two strikes. One away here in the bottom of the seventh. Hanerfoos comes back on the 2-2. Fouled at the plate. Staying alive is Hartman. How big were those 2 runs in the top of the 7th inning for Edgar? Huge so far. Hanerfoos going to be hit foul is Hartman. Again, it was 10-6 going to the top of the 7th. Edgar scored 2 runs with 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning to go up 12-6. We stand right now at 12-7 with the bases loaded and only 1 out. Hanerfoos comes back on the 2-2. Swung on and missed. Hartman down for the 4th time via the strikeout. Way out in front. And he was the whole game was Nolan Hartman way out in front of his swings. Now Parker Gerke with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Fouled straight back. No balls and a strike. Hanerfoos trying to work out of a jam here again for the 2nd straight inning. Going to be dribbled right in front of home plate. Hanerfoos, he falls on his butt, and everybody's going to be safe. Fell on his backside trying to gain the possession of the ball. Infield single. Everybody advances. Fell on his backside. Now Joey Moyer had 2 RBI single back in the 6th. 12-8. That one bounces right in front of Davis. You could see that Hanerfoos wanted to pick it up and go to first. Then the cleats gave way underneath on the grass. Hanerfoos comes back in the 1-0. Gets the call and the strike high and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. 12-8. Edgar. Bases still loaded. 2 outs. And misses low. Butch Maytot waits on deck. Cade Stats in the on-deck circle. Cade was at the plate when Parker Gerke ran into the final out in the 6th. That one misses low. 3-1. We'll see if Handrick will stick with Hanerfoos after this at-bat, if we get to another at-bat. The 3-1. And lost him. That one gets past. Moyer will come in to score, or will head to first. Lieberg will come in to score on the walk. And Coach Handrick is going to have to make a pitching change. With Cade Stats at the plate, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th inning, 12-9 Edgar. We'll step aside, come back with your pitching change after we get back here from Wisconsin Rapids. Again, Edgar 12, Assumption 9, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th inning, bases loaded. Back to Witter Field right after this.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and zero premium, company paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood.
At Bauer & Fine Business Technologies in Marshfield, our company has been serving Central Wisconsin since 1955. We're still locally owned and believe strongly in supporting the communities that support us. If you're a current customer, thank you. If you're not a current customer, we'd love to work with you. Let's talk about copiers, printers, postage meters, and network services. Give us a call today at 800-288-2712 or visit our website at b-bt.com. Bauer & Fine Business Technologies. Better business together.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
When you want to win games, you look for an expert. Here's 2-time national champion, Coach Jack Bennett.
I may know a few things about basketball, but I'm a rookie when it comes to vehicles. I trust the team at Sherrill Tire and Service Centers to call those shots. They're professionals. Remove the stress and anxiety of having your vehicle serviced or repaired.
Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Go with the winning team at Sherrill Tire and Service Centers.
Rustic Redefined is the area's boutique clothing store for women and children. You'll find a personalized shopping experience with unique and trendy styles to choose from. Rustic Redefined specializes in affordable clothes and accessories with red carpet service. Find your individual style at Rustic Redefined on 8th Street South in Wisconsin Rapids and Rustic Redefined on Facebook.
Jordan Bunkelman, the new pitcher for Edgar, trying to shut it down here. First one misses low and away to Butch Maytott. The 1-0 to Butch. Right down the middle for a strike. The 1-1 from Bunkelman. Swung on and missed. Bunkelman, probably the pitcher for the next game. The 1-2. Fouled back, staying alive. Reset things, bases loaded, 2 outs, 1-2 count to Butch Maytott. Jordan Bunkelman trying to shut the door on the Royals. And that was going to be hit over to third. Taking it himself is Schuett. And that will end it here in game number 1. Royals give it a give it a chase to end it. Final score here in Game 1. It is the Edgar Wildcats 12, the Assumption Royals 9. We'll hear from our friends at Nasonville Dairy. Come back, wrap this one up, and we will sign off when we get back here from Whitterfield. Again, final score, Edgar 12 and Assumption 9. You are watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
All right, so we're here with Kim Hyman. Kim, Nasonville Dairy, 125 years in the making. Tell us about that.
You know, it's fantastic. It was the first plant built in Wood County back in 1885. Sal Nason and his family came here, and they started a small dairy plant. Eventually that plant burnt down, but then they rebuilt onto this same facility, and our family moved here in the late 60s in 1968 and took it over from there, and it's been just a fantastic growth. Great community, great people we have working for us. Oh, it's an open market. It's huge. You know, the opportunity for the diversity in the cheese industry is fantastic, and you have to be that way in order to sell a lot of product. And so we've got a great group of people working on the research and development side for us. So it's been really fortunate for us. Oh, right. We have 185 farm families that market their milk through us here at Nasonville Dairy. And we are so lucky we have like the best dairy farms in not only in central Wisconsin, but in the United States, marketing milk through us. So we're just really fortunate on that side.
Actually, we started in 1968. Our father brought us here from another cheese plant in Wisconsin. We had come from the cheese business. We've always been in the business. We had moved around the state in different parts. He brought us here about that time. The plant ran 7,500 pounds of milk at that time, and now runs about 1.5 million a day. So. We originally started out with making cheddar, and now we make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers cheese, pizza cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parma, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflettieri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda Edam and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
Welcome back to beautiful historic Whitterfield in Wisconsin Rapids as you're in the Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Visit them at NasonvilleDairy.com as we wrap up Game 1 here this afternoon. Now into this evening, the Assumption Royals fell behind early 9-0, fought all the way back, came back and fell here this afternoon 12-9. The big inning for Edgar was in that third inning when they scored 5 times. Assumption was able to put together a nice little rally in the 6th and 7th against Marcus Heinerfuss, but Jordan Bunkelman came in and got a ground out from Butch Maytot to wrap this one up. Again, Game 2 coming up in just a little bit. We will not have that game for you live. We will have highlights of Game 1 and write-ups of Games 1 and 2 later on at ZaleskiSports.com on Facebook. So we will have all that for you when we come back, we'll have all that for you later on tonight on Facebook and at ZaleskiSports.com. With that, we're going to sign things off here from Whitterfield in Wisconsin Rapids. Get another whole big slate of games for you tomorrow at ZaleskiSports.com. Go over to ZaleskiSports.com. Click on weekly schedule. The links will be provided and able to be put to use once games get started. Again, for everyone at Zaleski Sports, thank you for tuning in. This is Steve Mave signing off from Whitterfield in Wisconsin Rapids. Final score from Game 1 here this afternoon. It is the Edgar Wildcats 12, the Assumption Royals 9. Have a great rest of your night, everyone. Please stay warm, stay safe, and have a great rest of your night. You have been watching high school baseball exclusively right here on your home for high school sports, Zaleski Sports. Good night, everyone.